They're not here. Oh, okay. To have motion to approve the agenda with adjustments. And the adjustments are, we're not going to do a brief intermission. We're not going to do recognitions. We're not going to do LSIC or discussions of LSIC or questions and answer period.
So basically, we're going to adjourn after 10D, right?
Right.
That's what we're going to do. That's,
Adjourn after
I move
10D.
that we approve the agenda as is revised.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Okay, first thing on the agenda is non-agenda items. Mr. Laws. You have 5 minutes.
First of all, I want to thank you all for your time. I know you have a lot to do. I'll try to make this short and sweet and maintain my composure. I'm pretty emotional about this. In 2022, because of changes in the state legislature and laws that were passed, my oldest son was able to compete as a wrestler for Shady Spring High School. He graduated last year. My third born son was able to compete. We're a homeschool family. He was able to compete in 2023. Due to our deeply held convictions, he was not able to compete last year. This year, there was a court case, and my third born son was able to go to practice last Monday. He was able to go to practice Tuesday. On Wednesday, he was kicked out of the middle school, told he was not able to practice with his team. We're one of only 5 states that do not have exemptions for vaccines. That blows my mind that we fall into the same category as New York, California, Mississippi, and Connecticut. I know there's only so much that you all can do. And I've heard a lot of people say, oh, but what about the law? The law. No one seemed to care about the law when Jim Justice passed a mask mandate, because there's a law in the West Virginia books, you're not allowed to cover your face in public. At that time, we were fostering a young man with mental handicap, and he would get off the bus every day with a dirty, chewed up mask on his face because he was forced to wear that mask, and it didn't protect him from anything. I just wanted you all to see a face of a family that's being impacted, because this didn't have to be appealed to the West Virginia Supreme Court. You could have accepted the circuit court's decision, but you chose not to. Thank you for your time.
Oh, thank you. Okay, moving right along. Communication reports. Dr. Hutchins.
Well, let me think here. I've kind of lost track since I missed the last meeting. I did attend a convention board meeting. Not much was discussed, just upcoming activities and so forth, and some heating problems that are pretty much fixed. But yeah, I think that's it.
Ms. Smith.
I was able to assist and attend the Quota Club's hearing impaired program today, the Signing Santa. And like always, I just think it's one of the most awesome programs that we have for our hearing impaired kids. The kids from Woodrow did an excellent job signing the Christmas songs, and the kids just thoroughly enjoyed it. And I was just thankful to be able to be a part of it.
Ms. Hambry.
I don't have anything.
Mr. Snuffer.
I really don't have anything except just all the sports are getting ready to start up. I've been in a couple middle school games and stuff. Everything's getting ready to go. I guess high school's start tonight. Okay. So they're starting in tonight and stuff, and to do those. That's all I have. Glad to maybe the sun will come out and get her this snow. I mean, it was rough on the cows this morning. It was rough on the guys that are feeding them. I'll tell you that. So
Was
It
that
was-
your brother?
Yeah, yeah. I wish I need to get on him, get him out there and start back doing that. But that was it. Thank you.
Okay, the only thing I have, thank you, Marcia, for the invitation to the dinner today. And the food was great. Thank you. That's all I got.
It's always great.
Dr. Starcher.
I too want to thank Ms. Smith for inviting not only me, but our staff to attend the Quota Clubs event today. It's always joyful to attend, and it's a wonderful hour spent watching our kids do some amazing work. So I want to thank Ms. Smith for that. We participated in Cold Town Christmas this weekend, gave out a lot of books. We were pretty busy both nights, and had some great interactions with students of Raleigh County schools, homeschool students, students from other counties. It was a great weekend. I know we had students scheduled for recognition tonight that have received some academic achievement awards. We will recognize them in the future. We also have the, I don't know that we've met since the Woodrow Wilson High School cheerleaders won the state championship. So we'll be having that group of young ladies. Well, I think there's a gentleman on that. So group of cheerleaders. We'll be having them here with us soon. The other thing, I'm not sure if I've mentioned Spark training to this board. Maybe not. Okay. Did you? Okay. It seems like it's been so long since we've seen each other. The Thanksgiving holiday threw us, but we have started what we're calling Spark training, led by Miss Akerd's office. But it's a training. It's monthly. It's every other month for elementary, every other month for secondary. But it's focused on supporting our teachers of autism and moderate. Our teachers that work with those children. So anyway, that's going well. I don't see Miss Akerd here this evening, but it is going well. I think we've had a really good response from our teachers. So I just wanted to recognize her for that. That is all I have. Does the board have any questions for me?
I just have a comment that I meant to do when it was my turn. But I watched your video on explaining our early outs and delays. It was really good. And I'm just hoping parents catch on to it and watch it.
Thank you.
It was
Yes,
good. It was really good.
we recorded that video last Thursday. I work with Audrey Williams to do the videos. I do a couple each month. So we recorded it last Thursday, but then she's not been at work because we've been closed. So she's back today and was able to get it up. So I really want to thank Audrey for helping me with that. That video, if you've not seen it, it talks about the different timings of when we make decisions and the vocabulary. So thank you, Ms.
I
Amrick.
haven't seen it yet, but that was one of my, it's funny that came up because that was one of my questions. I had questions today. What's the difference between a snowpack? What's the difference between a virtual day? What's the difference between a reimagined day? What all these words are. There's a confusion out there. I think Slumber is the same thing, but we've used different terminology over the last several years. And now people are a little confused on what
Okay.
we're doing.
We can, okay, we can clarify that, but a snow packet, a virtual packet, a reimagined packet, they're all the same.
That's why, I mean, that's why I
So
think, but
I'll make sure we clarify
but
that.
people just are a little
Yes.
confused because we've used different terminology and do it.
The
so-
same thing.
Thing to do it.
Okay, I appreciate,
And where, and you know,
that.
some of them don't understand that on a day like today, I guess staff was reporting, correct?
yes.
So they didn't understand that if they had a problem, they could call the school.
So in the video that Ms. Hamrick is talking about, I
That-
do
you
say
talk about
that.
that.
I share that when it's a remote or reimagined day, that staff report on a 2-hour delay, and that if students do need support, they can reach out to their teacher at the school on a 2-hour delay. But that is in the video as well. I'll think of maybe it's just I could send out just a message to clarify too, like a text message. I don't mind to clarify that through text, but it is in the video.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. That's, I mean, that's, like I said, I haven't seen the video yet, but so
Thank
it's
you.
probably already there. But this was earlier today. I had some.
Sure.
I think the educators understood it. It's just the parents.
It was the parents. It was the parents. Oh, it was the parents. Oh, yeah. The parents got confused on it. So Because we used, like I said, we used different terminology over the last years to do it.
I think the virtual packets go back to COVID. That's
Yeah.
what they were called during COVID,
Yeah.
virtual packets.
Right,
And now some schools may call the reimagined packets snow packets, but they're the same.
right,
You can only use reimagined or remote days for inclement weather.
right.
That's all the state allows you to use them for. So I imagine snow packets being connected to that just because of the weather. But I'll send a message out to clarify.
Also, maybe just explain to all of us here what the status it is, how many days we actually have, we can use those,
Okay.
and where we're at on that.
Okay, so in Raleigh County, I want to say this does not necessarily apply to all counties. So in Raleigh County, we have 5 accrued days. Accrued days, we earn 5 accrued days because all of our schools attend at least 30 minutes extra instructional minutes a day. So we have 5 accrued days. We have used 2 of those. Last Friday and yesterday, we used accrued days. So we have 3 left. You don't have to make those days up. You've accrued the time, basically. The other set of days we have are reimagined days. On the state website, I think they call them non-traditional days. But reimagined, remote, non-traditional, those are all the same thing. And we have 5 of those. Today was one of those days. So today our staff reported on a 2-hour delay. Students complete their packets at home. So we have 4 remaining. Beyond that, we have 6 OSE days built into the calendar. They're in the second semester, but we have 6 of those. We've not used any of those yet. But should we continue to experience snow like we are, we may have to start taking those OSE days and converting them to instructional days. Now, the majority of our OSE days are sitting at the end of the year. Mr. Dillon, are all 6 at the end of the year or are 5? I don't have the calendar. This year, as I talked, last year we didn't have all 6 at the end, but I believe this year all 6 are at the end. So we wouldn't have anything in the second, well, maybe at the end of the second semester. So if we're correct about that, that means we just start adding on at the end of the year and just keep on adding.
I was thinking at one time we had to have an OS day before second semester. There used to be a thing on that.
We don't,
Yeah,
there's not a requirement for
Right.
it. And
Okay.
I believe all 6 of ours sit at the end.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So
So right now, can you tell me what day the last instructional day is right now? So June 4th right now is our last instructional day. Thank you. But then if we get past these reimagined and remote days, we'll just start adding on starting June 5th.
we have 10 days basically as a blend, and then we start into OS days, which are 6 of those.
Yes.
We're not gonna have any more snow, so it'll be good.
Well, it's going to be, we're going to have if you have all your winter in December and early January, I don't mind that. Then it's good in February and March. Makes me happy.
I just hope that's how it goes.
Yeah.
That's my point.
I think last year we may have had 1 or 2 within the
Yeah.
semester.
Yeah, that's what I think we
and
did.
then the
yeah.
others sitting at the end. But this year we don't. The problem too is that on reimagined remote days, the roads have to be such that the staff can get to work.
Right.
So we can't just call a reimagined day. Last night, if you paid attention, we did go on a delay. In working with Mr. Tony and Mr. Dillon, we knew we would have to be on a delay. And we expected, for the most part, we were going to have some type of problem today, but we were hoping we could do reimagine and not just close. Had we just closed, we would have been down to 2 accrued days on December 9th, which would be rough for the remainder of the year. Last year, we actually finished with 1 remote day remaining. We didn't use it. So we try to use the reimagined days, but we still have to be overall confident that our staff can get to work. Any other questions?
Appreciate that. It's just always, that's a big question. Everybody says, hey, how many days we got or where we're going to go and
Sure.
do it.
It
So,
could be your next video.
yeah.
Sure, I can do that.
Yeah.
I can do that.
Yeah.
I'd like my next video to be announcement of a needs project, though. I forgot to say that. We find out Monday if
Okay.
if we get the needs award for Woodrow Wilson.
Yep. Good.
Thank you.
Okay, moving right along. We have no other reports, no unfinished business, policies and procedures, none, consent items. Any of those should be removed. Okay, we vote on all those together, A, B, C, D, and E.
I move we approve the consent items as were submitted to us.
Second.
All those in favor say aye. Aye. Motion carries. New business. Consider approval of the exemption request for the 4-year attendance. Ms. Hodges.
Good evening. This evening we have just one, and it is an option pathway student. Student is ACT/Woodrow student.
Do I have a motion to approve? A. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Motion carries. B, consider approval of the affiliation agreement with Concord University Social Work Program in Raleigh County Schools. Anybody speaking to that?
Mr. Ford, recently we had a student in the social work program at Concord reach out to us and ask that we enter this agreement so that she could complete like her practicum, if you will, for social work here in Raleigh County. So we've worked with Concord to make sure the agreement complies with all of our requirements, and I would recommend it be approved as presented. I believe the student would begin the practicum experience in the spring semester.
This is an open agreement. It's not just for that one student. We can have other
Correct.
students, but it's
Yes.
agreement
We
with
have
the
more.
Right.
That is correct. It would apply to any students in the social work program. Not that I know of. So I was excited. You know, we have social workers in some of our schools.
Right.
So I think this would be a great opportunity, not only for her, but for us.
Right.
Okay, y'all
We
heard
take
the
all the help we
recommendation.
can get.
You heard the recommendation. Have a motion?
I move we approve the affiliation agreement for social work with Concord University.
Motion's moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. New business. Consider approval of the Energy Express.
Good evening, President Ford, board members, Superintendent Starcher. Before you are two agreements for proposed Energy Express sites for the summer of 2026 at Fairdale Elementary and Stratton Elementary. We are submitting these in hopes that we will receive both sites.
If I may, you heard Ms. Reeves say we're submitting with the hope that we will receive both sites. There is concern we won't receive both, but we are requesting 2 this year.
Because there's not enough people or money.
This comes from the WVU extension. They didn't receive funding last year to do their part of all of the sites in West Virginia. If you remember, I think I don't want to misspeak, but one of the counties didn't receive any sites last year, and they had been part of the program for more than 20 years. So we were really pleased last year that we were supported in both of our requests last year. We're hopeful that will continue.
I think it's funding from WVU, and that's based on federal funding that they get And this program's not favored federally right now.
And we're hopeful that bringing it back to Stratton or, one of the schools in this area will help with our attendance, our summer attendance that we have also seen issues with the past few summers.
Good. I mean, federal program's been going on forever. That's been down there for, I don't know, a long time since my.
And
kids were-
attendance is very high at Fairdale as
Right,
well.
Right.
Okay, any other questions?
I move we approve the Energy Express site for Fairdale and Stratton Elementary as was presented to us.
All those in favor say aye. Thank you. Consider approval of the CDW-G quote for purchase of iPad keyboard cases for grades 3 to 5.
So board members, I would say in October, principals reached out to us regarding that our new iPads, we were having problems using existing keyboards and headphones. So we've been investigating different options that we could use to make the iPads work
Be Pacific.
with keyboards and headphones. So after much exploration and not wanting to have just cords everywhere for our grades 3 through 5, we've made the decision that purchasing a keyboard case similar to the one that our middle school students already have. So it's a protective case with a keyboard. Purchasing the keyboard case, which Miss Polly has, she's
Stand up and
demonstrating.
model around, yes.
Walk it around.
That would allow us to provide our grades 3 through 5, the keyboard case, so that particularly for testing, but obviously you don't just want it when they're testing, they need to practice with it. But we would like to purchase this keyboard case for our students in grades 3 through 5, and that quote is before you. We've worked with Mr. Butcher, and he's identified the funding source. But it is in excess of $100,000, so I would need your approval to move forward with that.
Does, I didn't look at, I guess it charges automatically with the USB. I mean, in other words, when you're charging the iPad, it's charging the keyboard.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I see it's got a port right there on it. Okay. That's cool.
So that is our request. If it's approved tonight, we intend to place the order tomorrow so that we can hopefully receive these cases quickly, and our students in grades 3 through 5 will have them for their mid-year testing benchmark.
And that's basically something that just the staff at the school, you wouldn't have to go out and install all those. They can
They-
install them, can't they?
Well, we're
Are you serious?
hopeful.
Are you serious?
We're hopeful that the staff could help, but when we received this demo, I haven't spoken with Miss Polly, but I know she's talked to Mr. Butcher. The case seems to be a little tricky to get on, so we're hopeful that our teachers, and we'll speak with our principals about this tomorrow at our district leadership team meeting. We're hopeful that teachers can help us, getting the cases off and boxed up, the ones that we'll be removing, but then we'll need our technology department's assistance to get them on. Now, depending how quickly we receive the cases, it could be that we receive them during the break and we can work on them over break as well. We'll be doing it as quickly as we possibly can, so grades 3 through 5 are ready to use them.
Well, I'd hope you could train somebody in each building that could help do that. I still can't think that'd be it.
Apparently the corners are kind of tricky, according to Mr. Butcher, but we'll work through
We'll
it.
come through it, get
We'll
them
work
there,
through
yeah.
it, but at the end of the day, our students in grades 3 through 5
Cases
Need
for
this.
dummies, get a book. You know,
Cases for-
dummies.
yeah. So I would request approval of this purchase.
I move we approve the quote as was submitted to us for the iPad cases for grades 3 through 5.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Go order them. Okay, approve superintendent's recommendations for personnel 25-26 year.
Good evening, everyone. If you flip to page 3 on your corrected draft recommendations that I passed out, you will see one highlight under the aides section, number A. Teddy Mullins was incorrectly documented as an aide 2, and that's an aide, it should be changed to an aide 4.
Okay, your recommendation.
My recommendation is as presented with the revision noted by Ms. Simonko.
So y'all heard the recommendation. We have a motion.
I move we approve the superintendent's recommendations with the corrections as was noted.
Motion's moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Approve out-of-state travel to University of Florida Academy Conference in Orlando for Miss Lowry, Miss Blankenship, Baker, Halstead, Miss Peters, and Lena Sharp.
Miss Lowry's not here this evening. She's in Charleston at a conference, but Miss Peters is here if you'd like any information about the UFLAG conference.
Go ahead, make a presentation. Do it.
Hit your button.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you all for giving me this opportunity to speak to you all this evening. I don't know if you all remember, but last year we received funding through the Benedum Foundation for the Sparking Early Literacy Grant. Well, there were 27 projects that were funded from 2021 to 2025. And at the end of the year last year, after they saw the results from our vocabulary and our writing project that we had completed, they said that out of all of those projects, there were 3 projects in the state that they wanted to give additional funding to. And we were one of those groups of people. So that was pretty exciting that we could continue our vocabulary work with Dr. Robert Marzano. But we have pretty much gotten all we can from Dr. Marzano. We've worked with him. And so looking at our data, we thought that we need to look at phonics, especially with this push with the 3rd Grade Success Act. Through my letters training, through, my job as a reading specialist, the University of Florida Literacy Institute has the best phonics program that I have seen in years. It's systematic. It's explicit instruction. We have started using it in our schools where we can, but we just feel that we really need the training from those individuals at the University of Florida. So what we would like to do is use some of that, some of those funds from that Sparking Early Literacy Grant, and along with Miss Lowry, using some of the PD money from the 3rd Grade Success Act so that we can train our teachers better. So, UFLY is the University of Florida Literacy Institute. Yes. Is anybody having questions? Okay. You do have questions?
I move that we approve the out-of-state travel for the 6 individuals who were presented to us tonight to go to the University of Florida Literacy Institute academic conference.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
And try to see Disneyland while you're down there.
Or take a board member. I told you you need to take a board.
Yeah, you need to take a, Marie wants to go.
Have somebody to watch Marie.
You need an elderly escort, that would be me.
She'll get you a senior discount. She can get you a senior discount and get in these days.
I need to move, we go into executive session.
Second.
All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
I'd like to dismiss the staff. So have a good evening. Mr. Wisner, I would like to sign the requisition if I may.
Let the record show we're back out of the executive session.
5:51.
So we're down to C, approve administrative leave for a principal.
Christy Clay.
I move we approve the superintendent's recommendation for administrative leave for Christy Clay as was submitted to us.
Motion's moved and second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Approve suspension and termination of an aide.
Brittany Wills.
I move we approve the termination and suspension of Brittany Wills as was submitted to us.
Second. All those in favor say aye. Okay, we're down to brief intermission or adjournment. This meeting is adjourned.